Hello, friends. I am Geoff Fienberg here with you for oddschecker.com/US, breaking down Week 12 in the National Football League, DFS, DraftKings, FanDuel. Suggestions for you. Like, sub, comment, all that good stuff. It'll drop right into your feed. And next week I will be back with PGA talk as the boys are in Mexico for the Mayakoba. Try to finish strong there before we take some time off headed into 2021 on the PGA Tour, but no time for that now. It is Week 12 in the National Football League, and my first recommendation at quarterback is pizza. Done this before. Pizza is good. I am suggesting we pay the price for good pizza. Patrick Mahomes, 8,000 on DraftKings, 9,000 on FanDuel. Not going to overthink this one, friends. I'm sorry, my printer broke, and I got to read these off my phone, and my glasses are broken, and I'm doing my best. I got broken glasses and small font for my notes. 8,000 on DraftKings, 9,000 on FanDuel. We can't overthink this one. We love pizza. Mahomes is the best player on the planet. He's playing a Bucs team that's going to take away the run. It almost sets up perfectly for us. Andy Reid might not try to even force in the runs. You got Patrick Mahomes versus that Bucs defense. Let's just try to take advantage of the secondary. He will pass 42, 45, 45 pass attempts in his last 3 games. And this looks to be a high-volume passing game. I'll be breaking this down throughout the video, this one in particular. But I expect the Bucs to bounce back offensively from their ugly showing last week against the Rams on Monday night. I'm not predicting a winner here, but I think the Bucs keeping pace with the Chiefs allows Mahomes to just get back out and need to throw more touchdowns, and that's where this comes in. Pizza's good. I'm overpaying for the best pizza in town. Daniel Jones. I don't even think I'm overpaying, by the way. Good deal for the best pizza in town. If you want some lower-end pizza that might be crappy, I'm joking. I like Daniel Jones this week. 5,500, 7,200 in FanDuel. Pay down option at quarterback. Daniel Jones represents some really interesting opportunities. Last time out against the Eagles, he rushed 9 times for 64 yards, and we have seen he has that rushing prowess to really flip the switch on what his fantasy totals are any given week. I consider Derrick in this spot, who has a good matchup against the Falcons, but it's that rushing ability of Daniel Jones that flipped the switch for me on this one in this Week 12 matchup. Running back, Nick Chubb, 7,100 on DraftKings, 8,400 in FanDuel. I like all the running backs in this game. Hunt, Robinson, but for me, it is Chubb that sticks out. He's getting all the work, as much work as almost anybody in the NFL. He gets too much volume. And you see, I'm blind, and I'm reading my Derrick Henry notes that are next. Wow. I like James Robinson this week. I'm not using him. He gets a ton of volume. Stop using the same words in both players, Fienberg. You're just confusing yourself. Chubb had 20 carries last week. He had 100 yards. We were all really pissed off he didn't get in the end zone as Kareem Hunt weaseled his touchdowns. I am not concerned one bit whatsoever. Water will find its level as it pertains to the end zone in Cleveland. It's always the worry that Hunt can roach him, but we're getting the 20 carries. We're getting the 100 yards. It's an optimal matchup for the Browns to continue running the football. The passing game, well, I believe it will probably show more life this week than it has in some time. I'm here to go to the wall. Back-to-back 100-yard games. Again, great spot. We're going for 3 in a row century marks with Nick Chubb this week, and we will find the end zone. Book it. Derrick Henry, 7,900, 8,300 on FanDuel. Had a tough matchup last week versus the Ravens. Has a tough matchup this week versus the Colts. But guess what? It doesn't matter. He is matchup proof. Why? Volume. As I was just trying to say, as much volume as any running back in the league. It doesn't matter. The Titans are conducive to playing tight games. And all that means is the opportunities remain through the 4 quarters for Derrick Henry, and it usually feels like it's only a matter of time before he does find the end zone. 28 carries last week and 19 carries in the previous game versus Indy a couple weeks ago. Only had 103 yards. didn't find the end zone. I expect that to change this time around. The amount of carries he gets, how I project this game to be a very close American Football Conference Southern Division battle for first place. Four-quarter football game here. I don't think anyone gets away from either side. Therefore, it's 4 quarters, Derrick Henry handoffs, willing to take my chances there. Always starting to feel like a forgotten elite in terms of fantasy running back situations. Well, we're back. We're back to pizza. We're back to pizza. The topping, Tyreek Hill. 7,800 on DraftKings, 8,600 on FanDuel. Hill is too cheap right now. The way the Chiefs offense has been playing, as it has been all Mahomes all the time, Hill and Kelce nonstop. We'll continue to be there. Stay tuned in about 45 seconds. Hill has 32 targets in his last 2 games. He's turned both of those into 100 yards and a touchdown performances. Touchdowns in 6 of his last 4 games. I love Mahomes. Based on everything I spoke about earlier, I believe with the Bucs sort of rebounding in an offensive situation, playing the Chiefs instead of the Rams, will only force Mahomes and Andy Reid to continue to make the play calls, the passing play calls, especially against that incredibly stout Bucs run defense. Hill's meeting his quota. Hill is meeting his quota in this game. He is too cheap. Therefore, we are rostering Hill. Pay down at wide receiver. I like this one. Denzel Mims, 3,500 on DraftKings, 5,600 on FanDuel. Yes, a tough matchup against the Dolphins, but at his price point, I think Mims has all the upside. I guarantee we see the opportunities on the bombs from Joe Flacco. It's what Flacco does best. It is Mims' skill set. It's really the only way the Jets can move the ball. Granted, there might not be the success rate there was against the Chargers for the Flacco deep ball. I believe these opportunities that will be presented throughout Sunday will be worth taking advantage of. Slow start to the season with injury, but back-to-back 8-target games and seems to be stretching the field all the time. If you're going to pay up for a Mahomes Hill, I love sneaking in Denzel Mims under the radar. Sort of get that floor pricing in there to allow us to do what we need to do with those Chiefs stacks. Flacco at QB targets outside receivers a ton. He sucks. The Jets suck. But up Chuck Kamaloo bombs, I'm fully expecting. And with good other receivers, with Perriman and Crowder, hopefully it could take some of the attention of the premier Miami defenders to those guys, and maybe they let the rookie get behind him. That's how I foresee this one coming. Well, we're adding more toppings to the pizza. Listen, I'm doing free picks for you. Let's not overthink this. Pizza is good. Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce this week, guys, 77,000 on DraftKings, 8,000 on FanDuel. He's priced like a mid-tier tight end. Sorry, he is priced like a mid-tier wide receiver. That's unacceptable to me. And he has the 3rd most receiving yards in any position of football. The pricing should honestly be that of a front-end wide receiver. I'm going to go to the well here with Kelce. I've already broken down how I believe this game is going to be funneling through the Chiefs passing game as the Bucs keep up with points and a nice rebound effort for them, which we require in order to, keep the Chiefs maintaining that offensive flow. 0 issues paying up. 12 targets, 10 targets in his last 3 games. And again, where the script is going to be funneled towards him and Mahomes and this passing game. Priced like a mid-tier wide receiver, unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Kelce will meet his quota. Hill will meet his quota. Stack it. Key, we got to find the cheaper options. Denzel Mims in particular. Need a cheaper option at tight end? Well, I think that's the first time I used Kelce this year because I've been trying to literally dodge arrows in this tight end wasteland. And I'm going back to the wasteland. Anthony Frisker, 2,600 on DraftKings, 4,900 on FanDuel. In the last 3 weeks, there are only 3 tight ends with a higher weighted opportunity than Frisker. This is a tough matchup versus the Colts, but I would expect most of their attention to be on Jonnu Smith. in all those multiple tight end sets. And Jonnu's been cashing at the goal line a ton. So hopefully they can pay attention to him. Frisker sneaks out. Tanny hooks us up. That would be gravy. I would be tickling on the inside. Tight end's been a total wasteland. I want to pay up for Kelce, but other options, I'm trying to find my crapshoot. For me this week, it will be Frisker. A little play action, attention to Jonnu, boop, little wide open. That's how I envision it. Defense, special teams. Haven't done this once all year, and I'm pretty surprised by that. But as of a couple weeks ago, I didn't think I ever would, and that would be a suggestion of rostering the Chargers defense. I'm always trying to pay down on defense, and this week I'm going to look at the Chargers to hopefully create some turnovers. I did write up this note before I saw Casey Hayward didn't practice again. That is a bit of a concern for me, but the Chargers love those cover 3 sets. They don't like to blitz. Hopefully they can force Allen into some mistakes, which he is prone to. They got a pick 6 last week, a little bit of life, but it's really the propensity to get pressure without the blitz and keep those guys on the back end. Maybe they can pull something off. Again, it's a pay down. It's a pay down. Speaking of a pay down, Bengals, 2,500 on DK, 3,800 on FanDuel. Chalk defense of the week is their opponents and the Giants who are on the other side, and it makes total sense. The Bengals can't pass protection, and they already got their franchise quarterback for the year injured. And maybe next year, God forbid Joe Burrow doesn't play next year. I love Justin Herbert. I got a thing, but I got nothing against Joe. I want everyone to be great. I'd like to win my Rookie of the Year bet, but I want everyone to have success. I want all these doormat franchises turned around with their young quarterbacks. But Daniel Jones has a propensity for turnovers. Despite everyone flocking to the other side of this game, what if we sneak out the back door and play the Bengals? We might be the only one. Daniel Jones still makes a ton of turnover. The Giants have given up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing defenses all year. It's an extreme leverage play, but I think one that can really pay off. I'm Geoff Fienberg. These have been my Week 12 DFS suggestions. Pizza and more toppings on your pizza. Like, sub, comment. Tell me who you want to fade. Tell me who you think I should be playing instead of who I have recommended. Let me see it. I'll read it, and it's better when you tweet me before the games or post on the comments. I'll be back next week breaking down some more PGA Tour golf and Week 13 in the National Football League. Hope everyone had a healthy, safe Thanksgiving. I'm Geoff Fienberg. See you next time. May the winners be yours. Close meeting. Need new glasses.